GOAT versus GOAT. And I've said that before. Probably about both of these players. So, yeah. Hazza versus Jullian. The best of the best. Honestly, like, I'm trying to think, like, who's, like, one of the best players at the moment that's actually kind of active. Hazza's come back to be a little bit active recently, which is really good to see. Whether it be, I think he plays more team games than he does 1v1, but 1v1 is, you know, he really is one of the GOATs. So it's really good to see him playing. And him and Jullian played a lot of games recently against one another. And it was on the ranked ladder as well. So obviously they're both enjoying themselves. And I can't remember the score. But yeah, Hazza, you know, he's up there with the best. Because Jullian right now is, let's be honest, he is the GOAT, right? He is the absolute god of Age of Empires 3, whether it be treaty mode, whether it be supremacy. Don't see him actually play that many team games. But I'm sure he's good at that too. So, and we're in an old classic slobber knocker as well. The classic Brit v Dutch. Back in like the two original vanilla civilizations. Both of these civilizations were touted as like the best eco-civilizations in the game. And just so happened that Brits kind of countered the hell out of Dutch. It was always such a difficult match for Dutch. In this matchup particularly, purely because of one unit. Longbows. The skirmishes from Dutch just cannot beat longbows, and obviously they can't beat hussars. So they lose to, you know, 2 of the 4 units, or 5 if you're counting grenadiers, that they lose to. So, and so that's, of course, that's what Brits wants to make. They want to make longbows, they want to make hussars, and they want to make pikemen. And skirmishes only counter one of those units. So we'll see what Hazza is going to do this game. You know, no GMT nonsense. No, like, look at that. Just clean as a whistle. Clean as a whistle. Only one shipment in Age 3. Good old-fashioned. This is what you would have seen. I mean, apart from probably that card, Gentleman of the Pike, you would have seen this deck 10 years ago. 15 years ago, you would have seen this deck from the best of the best. So nothing much has changed there. Hazza with a 2-minute 20 age up as well with 16 vills. That is Brits in a nutshell. So good. Really incredible age up time. That was actually an incredible age up time. With 16 villagers, which is just insane. So good stuff from him there. Good start from him.
Yeah.
Henry May. Oh, not sure I like that market placement. Just completely blocking this copper mine here. But it does secure this line of sight, I believe. Or maybe it doesn't. Or when it's built, it should. It does secure that flag plant there. It does see the TP. It does see raids coming around here as well. Yeah, it does. It secures that line of sight. So look at this. If we check over at Hazza, you know, he's got the line of sight from the TP and he's got line of sight from the market. So good stuff there from Hazza. But although I don't like how it's... But I mean, how many mines does he have? He has 1. I mean, he literally has 1 mine. Like, that is potentially his 2nd mine. So that could be a problem. Blocking that mine with that market could be a problem. But we will see. Jullian also aging up at... These guys aging up at almost an identical time. So incredible age ups from both. Dutch only get 14 vills, though, so they're down 2 villagers. They can't get villagers in transition as well. We see here, Hazza's already got 1, about to be 2, so he's on 18 villagers now. But Jullian does get banked, and he has 1, so now on 18 villagers. So again, 18 vill versus 18 vill when that bank got built. Jullian, aging up with the quartermaster, of course, does have a nice couple of herds here. He's got 3 herds that he's herding in right now. Hazza's coming in with William Bull for a cheeky little scout around. That's how you need to play it. The moment your opponent ages up, you want to be scouting, guys. Lionheart's top tip of the video. If you want to get good at the game, you have to be good at scouting. You have to be scouting with your hero. Look, both of them are doing it. Jullian's using his envoy. Hazza's using his explorer. And look at this. This is the reason that you want to scout. The moment your opponent ages up, you want to be in there. You want to see what their infrastructure is. You want to see if they're going for a stable or a barracks. Hazza now sees the stable. He sees the market. He sees the bank. Super, super important. I'm not sure about this base building from Jullian here. This is very, very tight base building. Obviously, it's being done deliberate, but it's almost too tight, I feel like. That's what she said. But Yes, really, really tight base building there. I'm not sure that's good. He's not giving any of these units above his TC any room to breathe. But we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, he does see that stable. And again, you want to see that first shipment. You want to see the infrastructure because now, look, he counters perfectly by going for pikemen first. So he knows exactly what he needs to make. So Hazza not being aggressive here. He's just going down for an in-base racks, which is surprising because I feel like in this matchup, Brits want to be aggressive. They want to be aggressive. They want a longbow spam and just keep their opponent contained. But Hazza obviously got a build in mind that he wants to try here. Only 2 Hussars. Only 2 Hussars. That is not great. And Julian hasn't gone for the greed build here. He's gone for the double bank star. And it's very difficult because as Dutch, if you go too greedy, you'll get beat, right? You'll get longbow spammed. So I guess by putting on the pressure early, you kind of delay your opponent and stuff like that. And that allows you to then build the banks behind it, exactly like he's doing now. But so there's no right or wrong in this matchup as Dutch if you want to go for the greed and then maybe town militia, or you want to go early cav, pressure, and boom behind it. So it's difficult to know what the best is here. Does have another 2. Oh, maybe he split his Hussars. So maybe, no, I'm guessing he went for 4 Hussars. So he managed to squeeze 4 Hussars, not 2. And he split his Hussars early. And he went for a raid round the right side and a raid round the left side, which was nice split there by Julian. But he's not going to find anything. Not this time, at least. Hazza saying you've got to get up earlier than that. You're going to have more splits than that, Sunshine, to kill any of my villagers. And again, Hazza going for a nice split with his pikemen as well to counter that. And you can see here what these early Hussars have done. They've kept Hazza in his base. He's inside his TC, inside his base. He's not been able to push out yet. And just the threat of those Hussars raiding his units is keeping him at base here. So stable goes down now. So 700 wood, 600 wood, into 700 gold. A very popular build right now. That 700 gold really lets you build lots of stuff from the stable whilst constantly pumping stuff out from the barracks as well. You see here. Now he's starting to mix in some longbows. He's on 34 villagers. Maybe we'll see 600 gold next, or we'll see 4 vills. Or if he's going to be pressuring, he might just go for 6 longbows. I would probably wager a bet that it will be 6 longbows. But we'll see. Now it looks like the pressure's going to come on from Hazza. Scores are very, very tight. Juliank, what's he got up his sleeve now? He's tried the raiding. It hasn't worked out for him. Somehow he's got a dog here called Fiesta. He needs to get that Explorer back if he's going to be getting pushed here. He's back up to 4 banks. He does have a barracks now as well, and he's starting to make skirmishes. So, look at this insane base building. It's so tight here, but look at all of these herds. Insane herding by Julian here, but this is the stage of the game where you start to get back herds, and you can't do anything about that. The back herds just exist. Pikemen, and look, longbows are struggling to get in, but now they're starting to get in and trying to peel off some villagers. Oh, almost got one there. Hussars diving in from Hazza. Oh, does manage to get 1 villager. The irony is that villager was right next to as close to the town centre as it could have been. Market goes down, and Julian doesn't have anything, but he's aging up. He's gone greed. He's gone for the age up. Oh, is that going to be a mistake? I think he cancelled those skirmishes, which is probably the right decision because these Hussars would eat them up, but he does have access to Minutemen as well. And now there's literally nothing here. A bank gone down and a market now. More Hussars coming in. And was that the wrong decision by Julian to get the age up? I mean, as Dutch in this matchup, you do need to get that age up because you want Reuters. You need them. They beat pikes. They beat Hussars. The only thing they don't beat is longbows. But they can run away from them very quickly. Hussars coming in, try and find something, but they get clipped for it. And that, oh, nice, very nice, Michael by Julian. He knew the mistake he made there, and he rectifies it by sacrificing 1. The age up comes in from Dutch. He's in age 3, but you don't get anything. He's aged up with the fast age up, the Exile Prince. Bank goes down. Minutemen coming in. More longbows. There's so much stuff here. 2 banks gone down now. Finally, some Reuters coming in. And the 9 and the 5 from the stable. Now it's time for Julian to play. But are the longbows going to be a problem? He targets them first. Still a couple of Minutemen. There's still a few Hussars that he's kept alive this whole time. That's why it's so important to save all of your units. Pikemen run to the front to the aid of the longbows, and they're just going to rain hell fire down on these Reuters. But there's not that many of them. Perhaps TC Fire will clean enough of them up. 41 vills for Hazza. More longbows coming in. Now 4 villagers coming in. 4 settlers coming in. Nice pikeman on that guard stance. And that's, they get that bonus 50% range resist and 50% artillery resist. It's a really nice micro there, soaking up lots of HP. And now there's only a trickle of longbows, only a handful of them here. And there's no more coming in other than this one here. So the Reuters can now, they really now can play. Finally, the villagers come out. Some skirmishes here as well. Maybe Julian just got back into his game. He did lose 2 banks, though, and bits of other infrastructure as well. He kept the important ones, like his stable, like his barracks. Not having that market's going to hurt, though, because obviously they get a lot of gold, and they're going to want to be able to buy lots of wood. But so maybe he has to ship 1k wood to try and get that infrastructure back, get that eco infrastructure back with those banks. Hazza going up for the age himself here. Julian just making now a mix of Reuter and skirms. But look at this, 25 villagers with 2 banks. Brits have the lead here. They're going for the age up as well. And I imagine he's probably aging up with the longbows, the adventurer. So he's going to get longbows upon the age up. Raiding down the right side here as well. Not sure what those villagers were doing over there. Maybe from the start, they were kind of, when he was getting pushed, he just kind of trickled a few villagers over there. So again, Hazza keeping him busy, keeping Julian busy. Just all can hear that sexy sound of that wood chop. Someone to do a 10-hour video. I don't know if I said this before. Someone should just do a 10-hour video of Age of Empires 3 ASMR, and it should just be villagers chopping and mining. I could sleep to that. That is calming, right? That is so calming. Look at this girl go. Put your back into it, girl. Five Hazards popping for Julian. Has a slow age up. He hasn't got GMT, so it is going to be a slow age up. But it's going to be here very, very shortly. Julian now mixing in cavalry. You need heavy cav in this matchup. If you're going to deal with the longbows, you need cav. You need cav there to soak up the damage as well, because they need to be that meat shield as well, so the longbows can't just continually fire against Reuters and just essentially attack move. You need those Hazards in there as well. Julian going for it. If he's going to have a timing, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. The moment the age up comes in, more longbows come in, Minutemen coming in now as well, but he wants to attack here before a shipment comes in, an age 3 shipment, and before the veterancy for all of his units come in as well. But there's just too much stuff here from Hazza, I think. Skirms are trying to kill these pikemen, but there's just too much. There's just too much stuff here. The pikemen are chasing everything down. The skirmishes that can't even move. Is this GG? Has Hazza done it? Veterancy is even for Hazard, but it doesn't matter against all of these pikemen. A shipment is coming in. He's going for 1k wood. That's going to slow him down. Maybe he survives here. Julian on 25 villagers still. 50 villagers. Double the villagers here for Hazza. But Julian's still only on 2 banks. He needs to get that bank up. That bank number. 5 Hazards coming in for Hazza. He's really going to be applying the pressure now. He has veterancy, but it's not going to matter anyway. Julian just decides to call it there. That was his last-ditch effort. And Hazza, even Hazza, taking it against the goat. Even Julian can't beat this matchup. It is definitely favoured for Brits. But against Julian, that is still no easy feat. And really nice stuff here from Hazza. Hazza did the perfect amount of applying pressure and also going greedy. So he kind of went greedy to start, made those pikes whilst he was building up his eco, building up his mass, and then decided to push. He didn't feel like he needed a forward base, anything like that. And Julian felt like he had enough time to go for the age up, but it did catch him and he lost 2 banks for it. And unfortunately, I think that was the deciding factor that game. 40 longbows. Like I said, longbows is a good unit in this matchup. If you are a Brit player in this matchup, you need to be going longbows. Longbows is the secret tech in this matchup. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that very, very high level game there, guys. And I'll catch you in the next game. Peace.